Hi guys, welcome to my channel Confessions of a Gaming Mum. So it's Sunday the 27th I think of December. So we've just been for our weekly shop. We try and go as soon as Tesco's opens. It's our supermarket that we go to. And it opens, well, it opens for you to be able to walk around and pick things up at 9:30, and then tills open at 10. So we got there I think at like 9:45, and it was absolutely dead. There was hardly anyone in there compared to when we went before. I mean, even though when we went before it was the Christmas sort of shop, even then it was busy, but it was calm. It wasn't frantic, it wasn't panicked. It was actually quite nice. But today there was barely anyone in there. It was so nice just being able to go around, not have to squeeze past people or anything. So yeah, it was all good. It did feel weird though, because it was like we're hardly picking anything up. So it only cost us today just under £50, I think like £48.50 or something I shop. But it's because we're not getting all the full things, because we've still got stuff obviously left over from Christmas. So we've not got a full week shop, but I thought I'd show you anyway what we have got to get us through the week before New Year basically. So yeah, this is what we've got this week. I think this is all our milks. We forgot to get barista coffee last week, but so we had to stock up this week. So this is what Bob's has in his cereal every morning. So it's soy milk, but we've added vitamins and minerals and stuff, because yeah, I just don't like the thought of him having dairy, trying to keep away from it. I mean, he has cheese, but in terms of like, and yogurts as well, but in terms of just having like sort of like just milk, I'd rather him have this, and then then to me it's at least then easier to get him onto vegan cheese and vegan ice cream and yogurts and stuff like further down the line. So yeah, so that's what he has on his cereal. Obviously this is what we have in our tea and our coffees and stuff. Well, mostly we have this in our tea. This we have in our coffees because we have our frothy milks and stuff. And this, like, Oatly, I always swear by it. I'll probably say that in every bloody video, but it's true. I stocked up on some more Yorkshire puddings because my parents are staying until New Year. I'm not sure, we haven't discussed it yet, if we're actually having a second roast dinner for New Year. I have a feeling it'll probably just be a takeaway, but it's always good to have these in the freezer because they last. So yeah, so I bought a new pack of them because we had them all for Christmas. These are my husband's regular crisps that he has every week because they're vegan and they're cheap and they're actually quite nice. That's my tins of tomatoes. I could get like Tesco's own, but I just find their chopped tomatoes like really watery sometimes, so I prefer to just get Napolina. Napolina I always find really good, and they're quite cheap as well. I think that was £2 for 4 cans. I got some British red potatoes because I've got into like making mashed potatoes a lot and roast potatoes and things. So those get used a lot. We ran out of chips, so it's always nice to have them in the freezer. We got some more tonic because it was on special, obviously for Christmas. My husband and my mum are both fans of gin and tonic, so we bought 2 of these for Christmas. My mum didn't drink any, but over the last like few days my husband's been knocking them back, so I thought it's worth buying some, just so then when it comes to New Year my mum has some to have with her gin. So yeah, my husband has his crumpets, although we're currently having like cold meat sandwiches at the moment, but he's having his vegan meat anyway. So when that runs out, he's got his crumpets. Bacon, because my mum and dad like a bacon sandwich in the morning. The chorizo, these are the chorizo style sausages that are like saveloys, if anyone has ever had a saveloy, that's what they're like. So we always have that, mashed potato and peas pudding and baby carrots, because that's a delicious meal, and obviously vegan. Stocked up on beans because that's what Bob does for his lunch. He has beans on toast with some cheese. Mushy peas, I don't care, I absolutely love them, hate me all you like. Eggs, because I have my eggs in the morning. It's the only thing that really keeps me full till lunchtime. Got some more bananas, because I like to have them before I go on my run, and fusilli pasta, and that's it. Oh, and we're going to give these a go. We do like to have burgers in the fridge just in case like I'm not in the mood to cook, so like we'll have like burgers and chips and beans or something. So we normally get the Naked Glory ones, but we saw the advert for these and they were there in in Tesco, so we thought we'd give them a go because we have their meatballs, their vegan meatballs, and they're absolutely amazing, so we'll give their burgers a try and see what they're like. And obviously got some sausages because when my husband's vegan bacon runs out, he can then have a vegan sausage sandwich. So that's it. All these other bits are just what's, oh, and I bought a loaf of bread as well. So but yeah, all these other bits are what's left over from Christmas, so we're slowly making our way through them. So but yeah, all that came to, I think it was £48.50 roughly, thereabouts. I know you see there's no veg in there or anything, but we've still got veg left over from Christmas. So I'm going to make my lentil stew at some point this week, so it's like carrot and onion and celery and stuff. But yeah, I just want quick and easy meals this week. I'm just not really in the mood to cook loads, so yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that and got sort of look into my life. But yeah, so it's 11 now. I'll do lunch for 12. Got my live stream later. I'll also put, actually, I might put a wash on now while I'm waiting for it to get to 12 o'clock. So I can do lunch, although I still also need to wash up because I haven't washed up this morning. So, not that there's a lot, but yeah. So, yeah, I'll wash up, get a nappy wash on, put all this away, and then it'll probably be time for lunch, and we're probably going to watch Hamilton because we haven't watched it in ages, and we were just listening to the soundtrack in the car, and Bubs was singing along to it, and it was hilarious. So, so yeah, I think that's going to be our evening until I have to go and do my live stream at 3. So, yeah, we'll see how we get on today. To say we bought this today as well, vegan Pyrenees Nando's, because I love their Pyrenees, and the fact they do vegan now, so it's like, yes, bonus. And I don't know why the camera's so skew with. There we go. Hello, I was planning on doing a little bit of video before I went into my live stream, but then I got distracted by other things, so I didn't have time, so hello. Yeah, I just finished my live stream. Oh, that was hard. Yeah, it was, I just thought I'd do a little bit more exploration in Immortals, tried to fight some bad guys and just kept dying. Then I tried to do a puzzle and kept dying in that. So yeah, that was a tough stream. But technically that's my last one now of the year, because obviously next Sunday will be New Year, that'll be 2021. I'm in two minds though, like I'd really want to do like a late night stream, like once Bubs is in bed, like my husband can sitting here with me. Now we've cleared the sofa off, he can sit in here with me while I live stream, but then obviously that's not fair on him. But then I'm kind of like, well, what do I play other than this? So yeah, so I don't know. I might just so I can play it and get the hours in and stuff, because it's the only time I'm really going to be able to play it. I won't really have time during the day and stuff to come up here and play, so we'll see. But yeah, I've asked my hubby to put the potatoes on, so they'll be boiling soon. So then I can make my mashed potato to go with our cold meat and pickled beetroot. Yummy yum. I'm in two minds though, because I tried to give Bubs a turkey sandwich earlier and he just kept picking out the turkey like he didn't like it. So I don't really want to give him turkey if he's not going to eat it. So I'm kind of like thinking, what do I give him? I don't know if it's worth me putting the oven on and then like putting some chicken nuggets in for him, like vegan chicken nuggets that we've got. There's nothing else really I can give him because he doesn't like pork. I tried him with a bit of pork earlier and he didn't like that either. So it's just me that's got this massive plate of turkey and massive plate of pork to eat in the next few days. So yeah, I just don't know what to do for him for food. Always the bloody way. But yeah, so I'm gonna head downstairs now. I've got my last week's live stream for this uploaded onto YouTube, and I'm exporting the live stream I just did through my software, so then that can be uploaded for next week. So yeah, getting there. I just have to finish my Assassin's Creed video for tomorrow, but I can do that tonight, that's fine. I got halfway through it last night, so should be able to finish it tonight. Cool, so I might speak to you later if there's any update. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. Hi guys, so it's 8 o'clock. I think this is the earliest we tried to put Bubs down in a very long while. Hoping he goes down. He's been very tired. We didn't end up going for our walk because he always plays up at dinner anyway, because like he's always reluctant to get in his chair and then to eat, and then he's really picky, and then he ends up playing with his food. So he will end up like having a bit of a hissy fit one way or another at the dinner table these days, because we tend to take his dinner away if he's just playing with his food. So but today was like even more so, so we think it was because he was tired. I have a feeling because we were out like we went shopping, even though it was in his pram, so we didn't actually do any walking while we were there. It's obviously different from the norm, so it's like a lot going on, so it's a lot of stimulation for him, and he also hasn't had his nap today, so he has been very subdued, or he's got more and more subdued as the day's gone on, and a lot more like short-tempered as well. So yeah, so hopefully it means he'll actually go off soon. So yeah, so I'm currently at the moment just waiting to finish uploading tonight's stream of Immortals, just so then I don't have to worry about it next weekend. It's done and dusted, and then once that's done, I'm going to move on to trying to finish editing my Assassin's Creed video for like tomorrow. There's no real pressure in me actually finishing it properly though, because obviously I've got all of tomorrow to finish it. Hopefully though I can get it done, so then tomorrow I can just concentrate on getting more Assassin's Creed recorded. I was talking to my husband though about like my live streams, and I just feel like at the moment they're not really going anywhere. There's not a lot of movement. I don't know if that's just because I'm playing a game that people aren't really interested in, although I did get a new follower and I didn't actually realise, I think my notifications have gone off on my OBS streaming software, because yeah, it didn't tell me I had a new follower, so it was only when I got my Twitch summary afterwards that I realised I had a new follower. So yeah, so there's that. I'm also trying to sort out, I've tried to do like a overlay that I can have up while to say like so I can go live at 3, but obviously if I'm not ready I can just have it up and then I can switch on to going live when I am actually live, or when I'm ready. So that's the next thing I want to try and do. So I might do that if Bubs is still not asleep once I finish my Assassin's Creed video. But yeah, we're also talking about, like, I want to do more streams. I just feel like 2 hours a week just isn't really enough for me to sort of get a momentum going and get more followers and stuff. So I'm looking to do, I'll still keep my Sunday slot, but I was thinking about it, and I was thinking I might do a Wednesday. So I might do 8:30 p.m. To about 11 o'clock at night, so that's 2.5 hours. It'd be nice to do earlier, but obviously we can't guarantee that Bubs will go down for a nap before then, and obviously I want to be able to say goodnight to him. I don't just want to sort of piss off into the office and leave it to my husband to put him to bed. I mean, I know it's only once a week, but still, we're trying to, I want it to be 50-50 parenting here. I don't want it to be like always him or always me doing stuff with Bubs. So yeah, so I want to be able to be a part of putting him to bed and stuff every day of the week. So yeah, so if I put it at 8:30, it means that chances are he will be, or we can at least then aim to have him ready for bed and my husband putting him down by 8:30. So yeah, so if I had that in, that's like 4.5 hours a week. See how I get on with that, and I might go start doing Monday evenings as well. I don't want to do Tuesdays or Thursdays because that's when obviously Bubs has his bath, and because we've got into the routine of going on walks, it just means he has his baths quite late. So I think it would be a real rush and a real struggle trying to get him ready, get him to have his bath and bed and stuff, as well as getting in the walk, dinner beforehand and things. So so yeah, so I think a bath night like Tuesday or Thursday is just not a good idea. So yeah, so I think we're set on Wednesday. We're gonna try Wednesday this week, see how we get on, because obviously my husband's still off from work, so we'll see how we get on. And then obviously if that works out, then we'll probably do, like, start rolling through and doing, like, add Wednesday to my schedule. And then obviously see how that goes in terms of how I feel in the morning, and then we might do the Monday. But at the moment, yeah, I just want to try Wednesday so I can do it twice a week, because I do love streaming. So I would like to do more of it. It's just finding the time to do it, and also the time that I do it on a Sunday is just a really not a great time, because not a lot of it's more of like a UK Europe base audience that I miss out on the American audience. So it would be nice to kind of see if I can add that in if I do a later stream. So so yeah, that's the plan so far. So we'll just see, yeah, how that goes on Wednesday. Nothing else really to report other than dinner turned out all right. So much meat, and I've still got so much left. So trying to get through it. But yeah, other than that, I think we're just gonna sit, because it's a friend of ours' birthday, and he's live streaming tonight, so I want to try and get this done and obviously get Bubs off to bed, so then we can both sit down and watch the stream with a nice cup of tea and I think some of our Christmas chocolate that we still got to get through. So so yeah, that's the plan for tonight. Rock and roll as always. So yeah, I'll leave it at that, and I shall see you tomorrow. So it's just gone 1 o'clock and I'm about to play some Assassin's Creed, get 2 hours recorded of that. Hopefully I can do 3 episodes rather than the 2 that I did last time and then have to edit out massive chunks of it. I'm really in the mood to play more Immortals though, because I did all the housework that I needed to do this morning. That was all done, had my lunch, or just before I had lunch I was like, I've got a half an hour or 40 minutes to kill. So I snuck away and played a bit of Immortals, because as I found out from my live stream, I need to be upgrading my character a hell of a lot before I can actually progress within the story. So I thought, rather than boring people in the stream with me doing that, if I do it out of stream privately, then it means the streams will be a bit more entertaining and I can push on with the story, which is ultimately what I want to do with this live stream. Anyway, so I've had my lunch, and now, yeah, I'm going to play 2 hours of Assassin's Creed and hopefully get 3 episodes out of it. And after that, I've said to my husband I'm going to do my exercises as well. I can't do them now because I'm still so full from lunch, me trying to finish all the bloody Christmas food. So, so yeah, I'll do it once I've digested after the 2 hours of playing Assassin's Creed. So wish me luck. Hopefully I can get a decent amount of footage from today. So let's just see. So it happened yet again. I got distracted and took too long and got lost and stuff. So those 2 hours just turned into 2 episodes rather than 3. Super annoying, but what can you do? Hopefully I can either record some more tomorrow or Wednesday. I think either tomorrow or Wednesday we're going to spend a couple of hours trying to sort Bob's cot at the moment, because he's still got a cot, but we can actually make it into a toddler bed. So that's the aim for this week while my husband is still off. So because obviously when we potty train Bubs as of like end of this week when we start, obviously when we'll be potty training him during the night, we'll need to be able to like sort of get him out of bed easily and put him back to bed easily and stuff, because obviously we need to try and be able to wake him up and sit him on the potty and stuff. So yeah, so that's the goal, so I need to work around that. So hopefully I can get at least another 2 episodes in, if it's going to take me bloody 2 hours to do 2 episodes again, but we'll see. Anyway, so now I'm going to go and do my exercises because I haven't done them since my physio appointment on Saturday. I know it's very naughty, I need to get into the habit of it. So so yeah, that's my goal right now, is to, not this Saturday, last Saturday, I've lost track of time now. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go do my exercises and then I think I'm done. It's really annoying. I'm really like in that sort of frame of mind where I really want to play more games, but I can't because I've got more stuff to do. So yeah, I'll go and get on with my exercises. Good morning, guys. So first run in my new gear, or my new top, my new running shoes, and my new earphones. Oh, it was I'm so glad I've got this top. It was so cold. Like my throat now, like my windpipe is like really tickly because I've just been like breathing in cold air, and so it's like but I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, it was really cold when I was running around. It was kind of like the other day in terms of it took me a lot longer to warm up than it normally would. But once I was warm, I was warm, rather than the other day where I was just kind of like not as cold. So yeah, this top definitely helps. So please, yeah, I could feel I was definitely sweaty underneath, and like my hands, I'm really surprised because it's got like this bit on it. My hands are actually sweating, and they were really, really warm. When you think my fingers are out, still in the cold, but like they're not numb or anything. They're really warm. So really pleased with that. With my new shoes, I really struggled to get them on this morning because they were quite tight. So I'm hoping that's just because they're new. I'm pretty sure that my old trainers were like that until I'd sort of like worn them in a bit. So yeah, so that was the one thing when I was running around, like I didn't have pain in my calves until probably like the 3rd kilometre, I think, and even then it was nowhere near as bad as it was before, so they're definitely helping. The only problem I feel with my shoes at the moment is just because they're so tight, like I can really feel it pinching my big toe. So I'm hoping that's just, like I said, because the shoes, because they're new and they're tight. So yeah, I'm gonna check. I think what's probably happened is when I put I like forced my feet into the shoes, and it's pulled my socks like really tight up against my toes. So it's like the more I'm running, the more it's pulling, like, or tightening my sock around my toes. That's the only way I can think of it. They feel fine now, so except my toes do feel a little bit pinched in terms of like the toe next to my big toe. Feels like it's a bit pinched, but yeah, we'll see. But other than that, they feel really, really comfortable, really springy. My times are just normal. I only did 4K again because I was getting quite out of breath, and I was like, well, after all the indulgence with Christmas, I'm not exactly expecting myself to be able to run 5K, especially when before I was running 5K at a push. So I'm like I said, it's still technically Christmas in my eyes. I've still got so much crappy food at home to eat. So I'm not doing this to sort of get fit at the moment. I'm doing it just to keep up my stamina, so I don't lose any of my momentum, so to speak, but also because I enjoy running, and I was really excited about my run today because I wanted to try everything out and see how they got on. Oh yeah, with my earphones, they're one of those ones that, because they're cordless, so they're Bluetooth, so they're those ones that like stick it, like you have to really push into your ear. And normally I don't like them because it makes me feel like my eardrum needs popping, like when you're on a plane and you're just taking off or whatever. That's what it feels like. It feels really weird, but I guess it's just me needed to get used to it. But they're noise cancelling as well, so I can't really hear much other than like the music or like the ghost stories that I listen to, because I was listening to ghost stories. But it was really weird because obviously, like, you know, when you have like earplugs in, all you can hear is your breathing, and I could like feel my footfall was like reverberating in my ear, so it was really weird. I don't think I'd be able to hear it if I was actually listening to music, but because I'm listening to a ghost story that is literally someone talking and there's no music in it, I could probably hear a lot more than what I would normally. So but it was quite good actually being able to hear my breathing, because then I was able to sort of time my footfalls, time my breathing and stuff, and keep everything together, so I could get into a rhythm, rather than normally where I just sort of like, I'm always like that all the time, just going faster and slower and faster and slower. So it's probably a good thing, so I can try and keep my rhythm like sort of stable. My times are kind of stable, but I think with the 2nd kilometer, I think that's when the issues with my feet started to kick in, and it's on the 2nd kilometer that is where I have the steepest hill. So I think obviously now I've been back from Crete for a while, I'm starting to lose the muscle memory of how steep those hills are. So these hills are starting to not take their toll, so to speak, but they're getting back to how they were usually, where they kind of cause issue with my legs. So I get to the top of that 2nd hill, like the steepest hill, and that's when my calves are kind of like, yeah, there's something there. But like I said, I didn't really feel it properly until the 3rd kilometer. But anyway, yeah, so with the earphones, yeah, it was really weird, like, because I struggled to get them in at first until I just like really forced them in. Like the one for my right ear, I just like twisted it in and it stayed in. I kept having issues with the left one though as I was running. Like it kept like just sliding out. It didn't fall out, but it just kept sliding out. So I was having to kind of try and screw it in, and then it would stay for like a second, then it would slowly like ease its way out again. And then but like I said, luckily it was fine, it didn't fall out. But it was when I was back at the car and I was doing like my cool down that it actually popped out my ear and landed on the floor. So I'm sure it's fine, but yeah, it's just really annoying, and obviously it's a bit worrying the fact that might happen when I'm running, especially around here because it's all like hedges and stuff, and I wouldn't want it like bouncing into a hedge and then I'll never find it again. So I don't know if I just need to clean up my ears, or I just need to learn how to, I might, because you get loads of different like rubber things to put on the end, so it might be the one that works for my right ear might not work for my left ear. So I just need to find one where it will actually fit and it won't come out, because obviously it doesn't help when you're running as well, because you're bouncing and that's going to encourage it to fall out. So so yeah, that's the only thing that I've had issue with, but the sound is fantastic. It's really good. and it just makes so much difference not having a bloody cable like getting tangled up in your hands, especially when it's windy, and like you just get like the like wire in your face all like tangled up around your arm and shit. So that was nice, that was good. But yeah, I think that was everything. I did have, I had it last week as well. I'm having a lot of like tension in this muscle on my neck, so I don't know, like I've been doing a lot of like when I've been getting back to the car, because I've been doing like stretching my calves a lot, but now I've also taken the time to also stretch out my neck as well, on my shoulders, so hopefully that will help. But yeah, I better head back, because also, that was another thing, I had my lemon water this morning, which I really struggled to keep down. Because it's always when I have that first, I think because I've just woken up, and then you have really cold water and also really sour water, like tangy water, because it's got lemon juice in it. But always that first sip always hits the back of my throat and makes me cough, always, and without fail, ever since I've been having it. It's just, so then like, because I'm really thirsty, so I'm like really looking forward to it, because it's obviously really refreshing, but then I always get that, and then I'm just like, when I'm trying to finish the rest of it. But I had my tea, but I just weren't hungry this morning. I think because I've just been eating so much food the last few days, my stomach is just so full. So yeah, this morning I didn't even bother with banana. I just went out, and it shows that I was fine, because I'm not even really that hungry now. Obviously I know I need to eat when I get back, but yeah, so yeah, went out on an empty stomach technically, other than full of tea and lemon water. So and I was all good. So but anyway, yeah, better head back so I can relieve my husband of dealing with Bubs this morning. So not a beautiful morning as before, still absolutely freezing though. Everywhere else in the country has been having snow. We haven't, although when we were out on a walk yesterday, there was a dog walker that was saying apparently it's coming not tomorrow, Thursday, so New Year's Eve, so we'll see. But I mean, it's freezing, but it's thick cloud, and normally when it's this cold, it's because there's no clouds to sort of keep the heat in. So I'm hoping that means that we are going to get snow, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll see you at home. So today has just been one of those days. It feels like Bub has been on one, to the point that like, it was just ridiculous. I didn't know where he was getting his energy from. But it's just so funny because it's now, what is it, 8 o'clock. He's been asleep since 6 on the sofa, and we've finally decided he's not waking up, we're just going to put him to bed. He just crashed. No idea why. I have a feeling that all the stimulation and everything over Christmas has just finally caught up with him, because he's not had a nap like during the day for well over a week now. We've not even tried to try and get him down because it's just not worth it, because he just struggles and he fights, and just, yeah, it's just not worth the effort. So yeah, so because we haven't been trying to put him down for a nap, I think it's just finally caught up with him and he's just crashed. So he was meant to have his bath tonight. He hasn't been able to have his bath. He hasn't actually even had dinner, because literally he crashed while literally I was dishing up dinner. So we sort of put it in the microwave for him, thinking, you know, he needs to wake up to have his dinner. But no, just there was no waking him at all. So I'm kind of a bit worried about him going to bed without dinner, but hopefully he'll be okay. I mean, what we can do if he does wake up during the night or something, my husband can give him a banana or something, I don't know. We'll just have to see. But yeah, hopefully then that means that he'll sleep through and we can just give him like a big breakfast in the morning, and he can have what he was supposed to have for dinner today for lunch tomorrow, because he just heat up in the microwave, so it's not too bad. My toe, anyway, moving on from the subject of Bubs, my toes are still feeling, they're not achy, it's just like where they were pinched in my shoes, it's like there's still a presence there. They still feel like they're being pinched somewhat, but like I said, not in like any sort of pain, just, you know, there's like something there. So yeah, hopefully that goes away. I'm also like in that frame of mind that like I really want to go for my run on Thursday, because I really enjoyed my run today, but But the top that I've only got one long sleeve top, and how cold it was today, there's no way I'll be able to do it in just like my vest top. So I'm kind of like two minds. I'm like, do I really want to go on my run and absolutely freeze my ass off? Because the whole thing is I'm going to save up. Well, I was going to save up for the same top that my husband got me for Christmas, because it's an amazing top. It's Under Armour, the name of the company. Obviously, I know they do good like sportswear and stuff, but it's like quite an expensive one. I didn't realise. I'd literally just found one on Amazon and said, look, I want one of these, and it was like 20-30 quid or something, and not even that, probably like 15-20 quid. And he spent like more than double that, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ. But I mean, you can tell. It's like, I'm kind of like, I'm not surprised, because one, it's Under Armour, and two, it's a really good top. So yeah, bless him. I didn't realise he spent that much money, but yeah, there's no way I'd be able to save up for that anytime soon. So I'm kind of like, it just kind of puts me in a bind. I can only go running when the top's clean. No, but yeah. So there's that. What else? Oh yeah, my favourite tea mug that I drink out of every day has got a crack in it. I only noticed as my husband gave me tea and I was about to take a sip from it, and I saw this like this big black crack in the, like on the lip of it, and I was like, oh no, don't tell me this cup has cracked. And then I looked on the outside and you can see it going all the way down the cup, and then halfway down there was like a line where obviously some tea had leaked out from the crack and had dried on the side. So I was like, oh no. So it's not as if it's just like a superficial crack, it's a proper crack that like probably next time you make tea in it is going to explode. And that was my Botticelli mug from the Uffizi in Italy. So I'm kind of like, I don't have any other mug. I've got an Egypt mug, but that's not from Egypt. It's just from like a random, it might have been from the British Museum or something, I don't know. But it's like, I'm really sad now. I've had that mug since before we got married in Florence, so yeah. Now I need to go back there and get another one. I'm really depressed now because I love that mug. We've also been on like this search for my parents, because they're having a headache. They fly home on the 7th of January. And yeah, they fly home on the 7th of January, and there's like this new thing with Greece. Greece has been one of the only countries in Europe that have not stopped flights from the UK, but what they've put in place is some really strict rules that you have to follow. So basically what you have to do is you have to get a test and it can be no more than 72 hours before you travel. You have to do a test to show that you're negative, you don't have COVID. And then when you get off the plane in Greece, you do another test in the airport, which is like an instant test just to show that you still don't have it. And then I think you have to go home and then self-isolate for like 14 days or something. Which my parents were fine with. They were like, obviously, as long as it gets us home, we don't mind. The only problem is you can't just do a regular NHS test. It has to be a private test that you have done. And so my parents have been like, they were finding like tests that they had to go all the way to Slough to get it. It would cost them like nearly £200 each to get the test, and £60 to actually get it delivered, and then they're worried about the postage and getting the results back in time before they fly, because post around here has been a nightmare. So yeah, so they've been just really stressing about it. Luckily today we've found out that they can get a test in a Superdrug, because we didn't realise, but we have like a, I don't know what you would call it, because obviously our big sort of drugs pharmacy place in the UK is Boots, or in England anyway is Boots. And that's where you go for like your vitamins, tablets. They normally have pharmacies in shops, so if you have a prescription you can put a prescription in. It's where you get like painkillers and different things like that. Just, it's also where they do a lot of like baby clothes, baby food, nappies, and just anything where you go for that sort of thing, like health stuff. Superdrug is like the lesser it's more beauty than health with Superdrug. That's how I've always seen it, but you can still get the same, roughly the same things, but I think they're more aimed towards, like I said, like hair dyes and makeup and stuff like that. I mean, I've been shopping more at Superdrug lately because a lot of their stuff is like all their own basic stuff, because they do their own label stuff. Like all their makeup is vegan and I think cruelty free. So yeah, so I've been buying, like started transitioning all my makeup from like all the regular name brands to Superdrug's own. But anyway, yeah, so I found out today that they actually have clinics. Well, some of them have clinics in-house that you can go and see. It's not just like a pharmacy, it's an actual clinic that you can go and see. So in these ones that have clinics, you can actually get a private test in-house, and it costs about £50 to have this test. And like I said, they do it in-house, like you do the test there and then, they send it off, and then they email you the results. So my parents were like, well, that's absolutely perfect. Obviously they've got to ring up to book an appointment, so I think they're going to ring them tomorrow, because by the time we've figured all this out, that's shut, because I think they shut, like I think it's 9 till 3, I think their clinic's open. So yeah, so my parents are going to give them a ring tomorrow and see where they can go, because it might be the local one, so literally they can just walk to it, that they can go to, or they may have to go into East London, which is like rife with COVID, so they really don't really want to have to do that, but obviously if they have to, they have to, because they need to get home. So but yeah, there's a COVID hotline, I can't think of I think it's 119 or something, and like if you have like COVID symptoms, or you want to find like your local like coronavirus sort of testing place to go, they're the people to call, and they can like let you know, or they can let you know like your rights, or like what you need to do in certain situations that you're not exactly sure about. And my dad told the guy on the phone, he was like, because the guy was like, well, you just do a NHS test, that's fine, because it actually says when you get the certificate, it says that you have the right to fly, like you have the right to travel because you're COVID free. But on the government website, like he said, like, yeah, you can use an NHS one, but then on the government website, not just the Greek government website, but the UK government website, they say you can't use an NHS test. So the guy was like, well, that doesn't sound right, and he even asked his superior while he was on the phone to my dad, and my dad was just like, yeah, that's not what the government website says. So it's so much contradicting like information, no matter where you go. So hopefully, I'm pretty sure they my husband did a check for him, because he's pretty good at this, like researching this sort of thing, and yeah, he found out that the Superdrug one is a private one. It's really cheap, it's £50 instead of like £500. They send it off there and then, and you get the results emailed to you, rather than having to rely on the post, especially at the moment, to be able to get the test like done and stuff. So hopefully that works out fine, and they get the test done and it comes back negative. Because they don't need any more stress. They're stressed out enough, bless them. They just need to get home. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes. But yeah, that's my current stress at the moment. But yeah, so it'll be nice to have a nice chill day tomorrow. I'm not actually really doing anything. Well, it depends how on edge, or not on edge, just how on one Bubs is tomorrow. Hopefully he'll be fine. Tomorrow we're looking to change his cot to a toddler bed, because that's the reason we bought this one, is because you can actually adapt it. So when they're too old for the cot, then you can take the sides off and lower the head and the foot of the bed and make it into a toddler bed. So that's the plan for tomorrow, get that done, because obviously from Saturday, the 2nd of January it will be, because New Year's Day we're going to be taking down all the Christmas decorations, so 2nd of January is when we're going to start his potty training, so we've got to prep. And I'm still trying to get through the potty training book, just to make sure I've got everything in my head in terms of what I need to look for, and what's the word, triggers and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll see. We've got like 4 more days. But
But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. You can also follow me on social media, all the links will be down below. And on that note, I'll say love you guys and I shall see you on the next video. Bye!